So let's go right into it again. Here we go.
All right,
So
let's do it.
how do you feel about the word cringe?
The word cringe,
How do
I
you
think
feel
it
about
has a negative connotation to it. But also like a funny connotation as well, because like that's kind of like cringe. Like if you say that's kind of like cringe, it's describing something like, I don't know, like awkward or like not that funny, but in a way it's still kind of like funny. So that's how I think of it.
Because I hate that word. I hate
Do
it
you?
so. Oh my god! It's just whenever I think of that word, I just feel like I'm getting judged for something that I genuinely like doing. Because I'm not gonna say who or what it was. I made something for someone and I showed them it, and they were like, "That's so cringe," and it just like hurt me. I was like, "Damn!"
Right.
Like that was like my
Yeah.
genuine energy I put into that for you,
Right.
and I hate that word.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Because like you put like a lot of time and energy into that like gift or
What's a saying or word that you don't like? That's like a new thing.
a new saying like I guess I give up. I don't know. I don't like that one.
I give up.
Yeah, I don't like
Hmm.
that one.
Do you have a
Yeah.
story with that or what?
Well, my dad, I guess growing up, he wouldn't let me say I can't. That was the one word I couldn't say. I can't do this. He wouldn't let me say it. And
Wow.
he'd always correct me if I ever said it. So, I try not to say that because, you kind of I guess like stop yourself before I guess enduring something that can really change you. So, I try not to say like I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do that and I might succeed with it. So, that was one thing growing up with me.
Are you gonna keep that going with your kids when you have
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it going. It's great. I mean, it rings true within me today.
You still
And
don't say it till this day?
I mean, it's not like
No,
I forbid
you
it.
said it. We had a little one on one. You got gassed. I was
Did
like, "Come
I?
on, Michael." You're like, "I'm tired. I can't."
I'm tired. Well, I try not to. I mean, yeah, I really try not to. It's not like a forbidden word for me, but
Mr.
I guess,
Formica, he said it
yeah,
before.
yeah, yes, sir. That's a legend. Yeah, yeah.
When I played basketball, one of my coaches never well, two things. One of my coaches never let me put my hands on my hips ever.
Mm,
He said that he shows disrespect. It
my dad
shows,
too.
yeah, it shows you're being lazy. Because whenever I would get tired, I would be like, put my
Yeah,
hands on
it's
my
kind of
hips.
like you look like a girl. Also,
Yeah.
don't you? Yeah,
That's my coach said that. He was like, don't do that. You look like a girl.
yeah, exactly.
And this
Like a
is like
sassy girl.
old fashioned coach. They used to say
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Funny
What
thing,
else?
what you say? You
No,
go.
I was gonna say. What else were you gonna say?
Oh, so two more things.
All
That
right.
same coach, whenever I would like shoot a basket, I would like walk back with my hand like this. And my coach would be like, "Tanner, what are you doing?" I
You
look so
did that
zesty, bro. I would just I would shoot and I would just like walk back to the court like this. My
like
hand,
that?
yeah, like my hands like looking all gay and shit. I think I have like a picture of it of me like
Oh,
just
that's
sitting there like
funny.
this. I don't know if you ever
That's funny.
noticed. I did it in when we played together. I had like my hands like this or this
I
a
didn't
couple
notice.
times.
You look like a girl getting like your nails done or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
that's a long
bad. It's
day.
bad. And then another thing, my mom always used to tell me. She still tells me, never stand with your arms crossed ever, because it shows
That's
that
true.
you don't want to be around anybody. You don't want to. You're not
You just
open.
want to stay to yourself,
Yeah.
comfort yourself. It's like giving yourself a hug. Body language, that's a big thing as well. You can tell a lot from someone's body language. It's crazy.
Can you read someone, Michael? Would you say if you were in a room with someone, can you read someone by their eye contact, by their body language, without them speaking?
Without them speaking, that's a good
Without them
one.
speaking, and then with them
Without the
speaking.
speaking, yeah, without the speaking, it's a little bit more difficult. But I'd say definitely with like just off like a first conversation, like I can tell if I'm gonna like this person or like if they're a good person or not. I feel like I'm a good judge of character in
Yeah,
that way. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
I would say
definitely.
I
How
would
about
say
you?
I could do both. I could do with speaking and without speaking. Because like you
really.
said, that the body language is just so strong.
It's a giveaway. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could tell if someone is interested in the conversation, or if someone wants to be there
Yeah.
with body language.
That's a big thing. Like if like your feet's like pointed away to like the door or something like that, like you want to leave. It's a lot of little things as well.
Well, what would you say are the biggest things to you when you're having a conversation with someone that you look for?
Just like meeting someone for the first time.
I would say, let's say you're interviewing someone for a job. What are some things you look for?
Just like if I was gonna hire someone.
Or if you wanted to see if someone was professional, you want to see if someone's mature. Like you said,
Someone,
body language shows a lot.
yeah, I think, are you gonna show up on time?
hmm
Um,
So before
you
you
know,
even get there, it's stuff.
yeah, before you even get there, that's like the biggest thing, right?
Mhm.
Are you gonna stand me up? I'm gonna have to wait for you. All that kind of stuff. You're gonna be early. Good firm handshake. Introduce yourself.
That's
I
big.
think
Handshake.
a good smile. Do you take care of yourself? You're wearing the right stuff. I mean, do you care enough, to like try to impress? I mean, like someone like to impress someone. I mean, because that's a pretty big thing. Like, do you have like a good hairdo, straight teeth, clean teeth, like you smell good, all that kind of stuff. It just gives a lot. And I like a good smile. Like I like being around people that are happy and positive instead of negative.
I would say a lot of those things you said, I totally agree with. But one thing you
Mhm.
missed was eye contact.
Oh
That's
yeah, eye
big.
contact. That's a big thing as well. Yeah.
That's probably the most important thing to me with anyone. If I hang out with a girl, if I hang out with my friends, if I'm with random strangers, I'm having a conversation, I need to see that they're giving me eye contact, because it shows that they're interested in the conversation.
Mhm.
They want to learn more about you. They
That's
actually
right.
enjoy being where they are right now, and they're not on their phone.
Hmm. Exactly. That's a huge one.
What do you struggle with, would you say, the most out of all those things that you listed?
I mean, I guess the time one, because I mean I don't have a car.
hmm
So most of the time I'm asking someone for a ride. And if I'm like late to your house or something, I also kind of like take guilt in that. Even if someone else was late, like I feel like I don't know, I should have planned it better. But just like time, I guess. I gotta like set alarms and stuff. I'm oversleeping, so like that's a big thing for me is
You
time.
oversleep?
Sometimes and miss class because of it, but
Wow. I actually did that on Monday, sadly.
yeah, I did that the
I
same
set an
day.
alarm though. But
Yeah, yeah. Because time, it's you can't get it back. It's a fleeting thing. So that's something that I need to get better at.
anything else, or just the time management?
Um, I don't know. I feel like a pretty good hygiene, so time management. Yeah, for now at least. How about you?
I would say with me, it's something we didn't mention. I don't know if that's important to you, but what you do with your hands, what you do with your legs, the fidgeting. Because if you
Mhm.
see all the Trumps, they all sit like this with their,
Oh, that's right, with their
yeah,
fingers
with
like
their
that,
like
like
Andrew
Kevin
Tate.
O'Leary.
And
Yeah, yeah.
and when they talk to someone, if you see Trump's taught his kids to lean forward when they're interested in the conversation. Whenever they
Yeah.
speak, they show their dominance, and they show that
Hmm.
it's their time to speak. They lean forward, they put their chest up,
Hmm.
and I want to get better at that. That's something
Yeah.
that's like the next step. That's big. But I would say I give great eye contact. I'm pretty good at that. I
Hmm.
have good. I don't know. I think I have a positive vibe. I
Yeah,
show
you
up on
do.
time early as fuck, like maybe earlier.
That's good. Yeah,
Really good at that.
it's a good problem to have.
But I hate it, bro, because I'm always there on time, and I can't. Nobody ever is on time with me.
I know. I feel bad because, like, for basketball, you're always the first one
It's
there. We
always
make you
me.
wait. Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's certain here. Another good question. We could switch up the topic a little bit.
Mhm.
Would you accept someone if if they if they do something that really upsets you? Well, not really upsets you. If they has some here, for example, my cousin,
Mhm.
my cousin Raiden. I've
How
accepted the
about this?
fact
Yeah.
that he's always late, always. And
Yeah.
as much as being late bothers me, I love him so much that I accept the fact that him being late pisses me off, but I want to see him bad enough that I accept the fact that he's late. Do you have like any story or any example of something that gets on your nerves, but you still accept the person even if they do it?
Something that gets on my nerves because of someone they do it. It's a good one. Nothing is ringing a bell
I
like
have an
right now.
example
All
for
right, go
you
ahead. I'll try to. All right, let's
on the
hear it.
podcast with Luke. Like Luke fucks with you a lot, but
Oh,
you
that's a
love
big one.
you love Luke
That's a big
enough that
one.
you accept
I
him
love
for it.
Luke. You know, he gave me that cake. Like guys, like behind closed doors, we don't do that. Like rarely we ever did that. Like at your party, you know, we're sitting next to each other having a good time. Like he's a really good guy, so I'm glazing him a lot right now. But yeah, interrupting me.
He
Yeah,
just really wants Luke.
interrupting me. That's a huge one because you know I'm not done with what I'm saying. So that's a big thing with me. Just interrupting.
I
Luke
mean,
does
we're all
that a lot.
guilty of it. I've done it
Yeah,
before. I just did it.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's fine. Can't help yourself sometimes.
feel like in a podcast you got to interrupt like
Yeah.
every now and then. Am I bad at it or what?
No, you're good at it. It was just that one, like
Oh, that
it
one
was just
podcast.
that last one. Yeah,
That, that
but it
was
was
so
fun.
funny.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That podcast. Whenever you spoke, you're like motherfucker.
I know.
Um,
Yeah.
but then there's the other side of things where I can't accept people for who they really are. Like, I would say I've tried to change people. I wouldn't say change, but I've tried to like help people grow, help someone
Mhm.
grow, or people. I'll say people because it's like more than
Mhm.
one. But I just had to accept the fact at the end of the day that they're not the person that I want them to be. It's like with my old friend group a little bit, with the past people in my life.
Like past relationships and stuff.
I would say relationships with my
Yeah,
friends, with anything. Like my
it's good.
my ex friend group. I mean, I didn't really try to change them too much. I just like exited myself out of the group because they weren't really the people that I wanted to surround myself around anymore. And then now I'm
Dude,
with you
yeah.
guys now. But
Like you're good at that. What? Wait,
what
what do you say?
what am I good at?
You're good at like trying to change people, right? Like I remember like the beach runs with like Lucas and all that stuff. You're like telling us, come over early. I know you guys aren't used to doing this. Come to my house. Let's go for a run. Let's enjoy each other's company and just try to be fit. Like that's really like cool. Hopefully we can do that over break.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's great.
Do you think that it's possible to change someone if they're so set in
Yeah,
their
I think
ways?
yeah, I definitely think people are capable of changing, especially if you've known them for such a long time and like oh yeah, maybe they were fit, but now they're going down like you know the wrong path and they're gaining weight. But like, oh, maybe when you met this person, they were like the strongest, like most shredded guy, and they're keeping track of like what they're eating. It's like I know what you were capable of before, and that's still inside of you, right? But I, you know, maybe you just need someone to go and motivate you during your workouts or something like that. You need someone to be there in your corner, like when you need it the most. Maybe you're going through something, so you can you know be there for someone and help them change.
When you say help them change, do you change them or help them change themselves?
Help them change themselves. I
What
think
would you? What
because it
would you?
all
I want to hear you explain the difference between those two things.
well. I feel like so. Let's do like I guess use a military example, right? Let's say I'm a drill sergeant and I got a bunch of like cadets coming in for like training or whatever, right? And I'm you know and I'm gonna yell at you at 8 or like at what 6 in the morning to wake the hell up, and I'm changing your ways, right? I'm changing your ways by you know adding something different into your routine every single day. Well, let's say you graduate from the military, you have the choice to not to maybe you can wake up at your own time, maybe sleep in later and lose some of the day, or you can continue that and maybe change for yourself by waking up early and implementing that kind of like stuff from the military. and just trying to like change your life by doing that. That's like wanting it for yourself. That's kind of like where I'm kind of going with that. It's just like if you change, if you help someone change, then that's like them changing themselves. But like I feel like the other way, it's like you changing them without them changing themselves.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to change someone or tried to help someone change?
That's a good one. I mean, I just try to be there just for everyone whenever they need it. And I mean, I, I guess I have maybe, but nothing's coming up as like an example.
What about Mr. Trade School?
Mr. Trade School. And I
Yeah.
was kind of thinking about him, but like, yeah, I gotta call him more, stuff like that. But again, like he doesn't, I don't know as well, like what laid out plan that I have for my life. He might be changing some stuff around, so I don't know like what really needs help with yet.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah,
That was a great example of the drill sergeant. Everything actually helped me understand it a lot more.
yeah. Again, like even with school, like you might have to wake up early with school, but like summer comes around and you're just sleeping in and wasting all that day. You used to be, going 8 hours straight in school, just grinding out work and doing all that stuff. And now you're like doom scrolling and stuff like that. It's like
Doom
it used to be
scroll.
so different. Yeah.
This past week, I've actually been really bad at going on TikTok.
Really?
I mean, every night I just scroll and scroll, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So I like put my
Yeah.
phone down. I mean, the truth is, I'm like waiting for one notification, and then I never
Yeah.
get it.
That certain someone. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Leaving
don't.
you on D.
Yeah, fucking want to shoot myself. I'm joking. I'm
Yeah.
joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But
Don't do that.
that's the thing, bro. I get addicted to the fucking attention, and then when I
Yeah.
don't get it, it just keeps me awake, and I wait for it, and I wait for it.
Yeah.
But last week, I didn't have this attention. I was just going to bed easily. I was just doing my routine, and this is just messing with my routine. I can't let that happen, Michael. I can't.
I know. Yeah.
So yeah, I put my phone down. It was like I put it on airplane mode, and I just yeah.
Yeah. I have a question.
What
Would
is
you
it?
say like you are your own worst enemy? When it comes like hard like struggles or anything? Do you think you are your own worst enemy? Or how do you go about that?
Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I would just say when you look in the mirror, you could see whatever you portray yourself as. I think in the end of the day, it's always you against you because your opinion matters more than anybody else. So
Mhm.
if I'm getting ready for my fight and I could probably kill my opponent, but it's all about
Right.
what I think I can do.
Exactly.
If I don't have the confidence in my mind that I could beat my opponent, then I
Yeah.
can't. So I would say you are your own worst enemy because
Yeah.
your mind that's what really matters more than anything.
Right.
Is that a good answer?
Yeah, no, it's a really good answer
Yeah.
because like your mind is like it's like the most powerful weapon,
Hmm.
and it can play tricks on you and make you think, self doubt kind of like creeps into your head and all that stuff.
Why'd you ask that
But
question though? What came to your mind?
no, but, like I don't know, like even with me, like I completely agree with that. Like I also think I am my own worst enemy because at the end of the day, it's like you have ownership of like your actions and all that stuff. I feel like me sleeping in, that's just me like shooting myself in the foot. That's no one else's fault but like mine. So I feel like for the most part, I am my own worst enemy.
I feel like the world has slowly gone soft. Like everybody's trying to blame every other factor but themselves for certain situations. Like I'm getting fat. It's the it's the government putting all these ingredients and
Yeah,
stuff. It's
yeah,
but you're the one buying it. Like
mhm,
I'm sleeping in. It's my alarm didn't go off.
yeah,
But then go to bed earlier. I
exactly.
just feel like that there's so much stuff that people blame society for that's really their fault. They just take ownership. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Like you
That's
don't
right.
there's no shortcuts for anything. I don't think there's any shortcuts to losing
There
weight.
isn't.
There's no shortcuts to getting muscle. There's no shortcuts to getting making friends, getting A's in school. You just
Right.
gotta do it yourself.
If there was, everyone would have, been ripped or like all straight A's, but like there's not. It's hard, but you have to be willing to undergo that transformation and make it to the other side.
Do you, do you ever fall for those traps with the shortcuts? Because I do on TikTok. I'm asking this because on TikTok I see every scroll is like, take these digestive enzymes and you'll never feel bloated again.
Mm,
And you could eat whatever you want. And take
yeah,
apple cider vinegar gummies and you could eat whatever you want. I just feel like
yeah.
I fell for the trap. I
You
got apple cider.
bowed?
I bought apple cider vinegar gummies, but they're actually good for
Oh,
you. I feel like
did you notice a difference or like?
I haven't had them yet.
Yeah.
They're coming in like
Oh,
a couple
okay.
of days. But
Yeah, I
what's your
haven't
answer
seen
to that?
those. I haven't seen those on TikTok. You mean just like easy shortcuts?
What's your goal right now
Yeah, man. My
with
goal right now,
yourself?
bro, it's just straight productivity. Just it's my phone. I think it just whenever I'm bored, I just like go to it instead of like reading a book or like something else. It's just like boredom. I don't know.
And
I
what
feel like just
shortcuts do you think will help you with that goal? I mean, are there
man,
any?
I think a good one is like it's called the Pomodoro method, where it's like you
Hmm.
set a timer for 30 minutes and you can't go on your phone. You have to just straight work. Once that timer goes off, you set like a 5 minute like relaxing break and then go to 30 minutes again and like do that cycle again. There's like stuff like that. You try.
Speaking of phones and everything,
Hmm.
because now we're on that topic. Last night, I literally, I, I wanted to like hear for the notification, so
Oh
I
no.
listen. I put my phone next to me, played a little bit of music, wasn't on airplane mode, so I had cellular, and
Hmm.
I was staring at the ceiling, and I was just thinking and thinking. I was literally talking to the ceiling. I don't know if that's crazy or if you've ever done that.
I've done that.
Just
Yeah.
laying down. I literally had a full on. I looked at my phone after a full on 40
Yeah.
minute conversation with the fucking ceiling.
Wow. That's deep, man.
Just me talking about
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, I guess no one was asleep for you, but even just like trying to get something off your chest, like writing it down or like speaking it out loud, it kind of makes a difference.
I feel like when you're alone at night, it could be the most peaceful time or it could be the most painful time of your whole day
Hmm.
because you're by yourself. You got no one around.
Right.
It's just you, and you could either choose to go to bed, get a good night's sleep,
Or
or you
stay
could
up. Yeah.
choose to stay up, look on your phone, doom scroll, as you would say.
Mhm.
Like you're your own worst enemy. You
Exactly.
choose
Yeah.
how your day is gonna go.
That's right. Mhm.
Yeah, it's freaky. Damn,
That's right.
that was a really good question you asked me though, the
Yeah.
enemy thing.
I got you. I got you.
All right, Michael, what's your biggest take from the podcast?
Dang. I would say, man, my biggest takeaway is just like, dang, I think leave no doubt is a phrase that I like a lot because like I don't know if you like doubt yourself in a way that like you can't do something, you have to just leave no doubt. Maybe that's overtraining, maybe that's going to bed earlier or something like that, and it's like showing up, doing more. Like I guess the bare maximum, like going above and beyond. It's just something that I have to get better at and something I have to normalize in my life.
I like that.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah. How about
I,
you?
my biggest
What do you
take
say?
would be no, I really like the enemy thing, but I just talked about that, so I won't go into that.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
would say find something that I'm gonna go with the enemy thing. Fuck it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. That's a good one.
Yeah, I would say you are your own worst enemy. Whatever you think in your mind, whatever you picture, that's what you're gonna feel. That's what you're gonna portray yourself as. You just got to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're a badass motherfucker. You could be whoever you want to be,
Right.
and everything is just it's all in your head.
Mm.
Like what I said before, as I think it was last podcast about seeing the picture of a couple days ago to now. In my mind, I look better, and that's all that matters.
Right.
I'm my own best friend, and I can be my own worst enemy as well.
Yeah.
That's a good quote.
Wait, what was it? Say it again.
I'm my own best friend, and I could also be my own worst enemy.
Dude, I like that, man. That's
Yeah, you
good.
could be both. Well, I will end it on that.
That
We'll end
should
it
be
on
the
that.
title. That should be the title or something.
Oh,
Shouldn't it?
we'll throw it as something.
All right, it's
You
something.
you
It's
could you could be
something.
your own best friend, and you could also be your own worst enemy.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I gotta
tough,
write that shit
bro.
down,
Write
bro.
that down. Write it
Yeah.
down. Oh my god,
All
that's
right.
good.
Thanks for watching.
That was
Peace, Mikey.
amazing. See you. Bye.